What's going on, everybody? This is the NCU podcast. I'm your host, Noel. Joining me today is Reese and Tyler, both my friends from school. And today, the topic for this video is how to fix DragonBall Super going forward. But before we begin, if you guys don't mind, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell if you enjoy. And without further adu, let's get into it. So, the reason why this conversation is popping up is because Dragon Ball Super Superhero released last year, I believe, last summer. And there's rumors that the anime itself is supposed to return this year. Rumors, obviously, rumors. Nevertheless, I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be done. We already know, for the people who do read the manga, we already know that the Moral arc will be animated as well as the Granola arc. And I believe they're doing it, the arc that's before the actual superhero movie that's being drawn right now is focusing more on Goten and Trunks. So outside of that, what are ways that Dragon Ball Super can be fixed and become better? Anybody want to start?
I got you. So I think the biggest thing that a lot of people will agree on this is power scaling. Like the power scaling. Dragon Ball's been pretty iffy lately. It's pretty broad, but like the whole Gohan being stronger than MUI Goku or TUI actually in UE Vegeta is kind of like absurd, but it's based off of statements. It's the case where Gohan is supposedly stronger than the strongest powerhouses in the series, apart from Black Frieza. So power scale is kind of inconsistent right now. It's not making sense, but.
Reese, would you got anything to comment? I see you over there smiling a little bit.
I don't want to say that Gohan Beast is awesome.
No. Speak a little loud. Speak a little louder, Reese.
I think that Gohan Beast is a very good transformation.
You need to take the cap off of your head right now, because ain't no way. Look,
the strongest Saiyan ever.
The strongest Saiyan ever is a wild statement.
Strongest Saiyan at this point.
Look, this is especially to jump up on Tyler's point. There's no reason why
than Goku and Vegeta because he's half Saiyan.
He doesn't need to be. Look, listen to this. So for those who don't know, listen, Goku, especially for people who aren't caught up in the manga, I'm gonna say some quote unquote spoilers, but not actually spoilers for the story. So where Dragon Ball Super ended, anime wise, was that Goku, in air quotes, mastered Ultra Instinct, which basically his power up is basically self-movement. So not only that, in the Moral arc, he now is able to go into mastered Ultra Instinct at will. Well, actually more is, what is it? Ultra Instinct's sign, my apologies. Ultra Instinct's sign at will. And then, if he's really pushed up against the wall, he can go into mastered Ultra Instinct. Vegeta had a whole new transformation called Ultra Ego, as Tyler said, UE, which basically the more damage he takes, the stronger he gets. Broly is training with Goku and Vegeta, and then Gohan gets a little mad at Piccolo being close to death, and then he instantly, no training whatsoever, powers up stronger than Goku and Vegeta, who have still been training consistently.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's been pretty consistent throughout the series with Gohan.
And that's a terrible way of writing. That's a terrible way of writing.
And also, I don't think that he got just a tiny bit mad. He was very angry.
No, not even just that. It's been consistent because in the Cell Saga, he wasn't considered the strongest Saiyan at that point until he fought Cell and he saw somebody that he didn't even know for real die, and then he got mad. He got pissed off.
Thoughts on that, Noel?
I still believe it's like it's so BS. But like, look, no, this is the reason why I say it's BS. So look at it this way, especially you said the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
Gohan was able to go Super Saiyan 1. So was Goku. So was Vegeta. So was Trunks. Gohan being pissed off at everything and going from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 is one thing, especially because he was in, what was it? I believe the hyperbolic time chamber. He was in there with Goku, training for basically a year's worth of time. That's fine.
Yeah.
Gohan, based on especially how they've been portraying and everything, he's basically, been hitting the books, learning everything. Yeah. By the way, kids, stay in school. Anyway, and on a serious note though, He's basically been hitting the books. He's been, quote unquote, his statement was, "Oh, Piccolo, I've been doing some secret training." No full explanation given. Yet at that same point, Goku and Vegeta, and I already know, Tyler, you definitely probably want to touch on this. Goku and Vegeta with God Ki and still training. And then Gohan just blitzes past that. Especially because the whole statement in that was, if Goku and Vegeta were there, they don't know if, well, he doesn't know if they would have been able to still take out Cell Max, which I still say is stupid. It's stupid.
The whole like God Ki thing, I don't really think God Ki can gauge how strong you are. I feel like, Goku has God Ki, Vegeta has God Ki, and Frieza does not have God Ki. And next thing you know, he comes up with a new form and he one-taps them without God Ki. And then another example is like Broly. Broly beat them both in their God form.
Oh no, he definitely did. He did them both. He did them bogus.
And he wasn't even the same level as them.
He was, yeah.
Like
He
his
was
level
Dragon
was
Super Saiyan.
significantly low. He only had Super Saiyan 1 in his special legendary Super Saiyan state. Not only that, but people like Zamasu and Future Trunks, like they're able to be god level fighters because they, Future Trunks is Rage Amp, his Rage Super Saiyan form or whatnot, was able to like go toe to toe with like Goku Black, Rose, and that same Goku Black is pummeling Goku and Vegeta. Like God Ki isn't really a defeater in strength for real. So I can't really say God Ki is gauging power. I'd say God Ki is more so how potent your ki is, what kind of mastery you have over it, rather than how powerful it makes your ki.
That's a fair statement. To my point in that aspect, I still don't believe, statement wise or not, that Gohan should be canonically stronger than Goku and Vegeta. And that's based on, I definitely get the whole, that's how he's been written, but it's still definitely a terrible writing trip of saying, I'm working hard, as in Goku Vegeta, I'm working hard to be the strongest, and Gohan just kind of becomes the strongest.
Exactly.
That it is.
I think that is absurd.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I see how that is absurd. Like, I think it's obvious that Toriyama just loves kissing Gohan's ass.
That's definitely true, because it's like it's either that or he just like loves beating him up.
Because like in the Buu arc, Gohan was in the books, and next thing you know, he talks to some old guy, and next thing you know,
potential unlocked and everything.
And that's what I'm saying. He's stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who was stated to be as strong in that saga. Like,
and he still got bodied by Buu.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Buu, I don't know what happened. I think Buu caught him off. No,
I think
Buu absorbed. He absorbed
Piccolo and Gotenks.
He was still struggling with Piccolo. He was still struggling. Then he absorbed Gotenks, and then that's when Gohan started losing. It's when he absorbed Gotenks. So I think that shows like how strong Gohan was compared to Buu, because it took, on top of Piccolo's power, it took Gotenks' power as well.
That's
correct.
So
yeah.
when it comes to Goku and Vegeta doing all this training and whatnot, Gohan has always been able to magically one-up them in some form of a way, or get up to their level. And another example is Tournament of Power. So back in Tournament of Power, this is filler. So take this with a grain of salt. Don't like try and like contend this or whatnot. I know it's a filler, so it's not in the manga. But we see Gohan go toe to toe with Blue Goku, and then Blue Goku was pushed to the limit of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and then that eventually beats Gohan. But it's the fact that Goku has to be blue to fight Gohan, and then in the manga, final point here, he fights Kefla, a fusion, like a Potara fusion, and we know how strong Potara is. So like the fact he's able to run hands with like a Potara fusion is like, damn, Toriyama just must love him so much, So it's just really well written in his narrative. Like, though it's not good writing, it's just, I guess Toriyama just loves Gohan so much to the point where he has to make him the strongest.
Holds a special place in his heart.
And speaking on that, which I guess brings me to my next subject when it comes to making Super better, or Super better going forward, I feel that we need to let power-ups actually develop. Like, there makes no sense because look at it from when Dragon Ball Super started to where they are manga-wise. We got Battle of Gods, which Goku got Super Saiyan God. Mm-hmm. We had Resurrection of F. The next arc, Goku and Vegeta get blue. Then after that, we have the Universe 7, Universe 6 arc. Goku gets blue plus Kaioken. Then after that, we get the Zamasu arc. Trunks gets a power up. That was, as much as I love Trunks and that, I'm still holding him to the same point as I do Gohan. Makes no sense how you just blitzed. Even though I say with Gohan fighting more, it made more sense. But even then, it was still just bad writing. But then you have Tournament of Power. Goku gets Ultra Instinct Sign, then Master Ultra Instinct. Moral Arc. Ultra Instinct Sign. At will, Master Ultra Instinct. Then Granola Arc, True Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, Movie, Beast Gohan. I feel like power-ups really don't mean anything. Like, no matter what, it's right when I get this power-up, it's just to defeat this villain because the next villain that comes is going to need a completely different power-up. It makes everything feel very underdeveloped.
I feel you.
Yeah, I do agree.
That's what Z did really well with that.
Oh, yeah.
Where they just had the three main forms, Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. And that's why Z is so prominent as it is now, why it's so great. And why people don't even classify Super up there with Dragon Ball Z. Because Z is probably the best form of Dragon Ball you're going to get. So I think, them doing all the forms at that point, it's just like, people expect it. Like, they're like, oh, Frieza's strong now. Well, they're going to need some new form to beat Black Frieza, right? It's just the people wanted it to be unpredictable. People wanted it to be like, oh, well, we don't know if he's going to get a new form. We don't know. Like, it's just when they do it so much, it gets repetitive, and people start like not liking it, and they're relying so much on forms that it's not cutting it no more. So they're gonna have to like change it up a little bit, or give some of the irrelevant characters some form of a form. Like, I know they did that with Piccolo recently, but Piccolo was never really an irrelevant character. Piccolo was always a character that was, there when it comes to building strategy. Piccolo's an amazing strategist, so he was always a relevant character. But I'm talking people like Krillin. Yamcha's been a meme for like.
It's crazy. I was just about to ask y'all that since you brought up Piccolo and now Yamcha, do you think that the Z fighters need to be more developed? Considering that there's rumors and conversations that they're gonna have another tournament of power at some point.
I think they definitely do. Like, the Z fighters, man, like, no one cares about them. Like, they had their moment in the tournament of power, but they weren't really showing power. They were basically showing how smart they were. For example, Roshi versus, I don't know if I want to bring up Roshi versus Jiren, but we all know.
Yeah, manga-wise, yeah. It basically looked like he had Ultra Instinct, but in the anime, he just showed just his pure IQ. Yeah. And now he was able to take out villains, other competitors with ease.
Same with Krillin when he fought Frost.
Like,
that's just, like, they didn't really show power for it. That's just them showing how smart they are, which is, sure, that's fine, but like I said, these characters are so irrelevant to the point where they hardly get any fighting time. Like, it's mainly Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo.
Like, honestly, when's the last time that we saw, what was his name? It was Goku, Krillin, Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu. When's the last time we saw Chaozu? Like, in a movie.
I thought Chaozu. Yeah, I thought we see Chaozu before the Tournament of Power, as in like when they were trying to recruit everybody.
Like fighting though?
No, not fighting. We seen him when they were recruiting.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like fighting, like completely like fighting.
A lot of characters forget.
Like, and they fell off.
A lot of characters forget about Poir and Oolong.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, yo, back in Dragon Ball, they were the ones. They were the ones.
Poir and Oolong were considered the OPs of Dragon Ball.
Transform.
They had shape-shifting capabilities and all that. It's like they're these mystical creatures.
And then Yamcha was actually cold.
But here's what I'm thinking, though. There's a realm of possibility here. Where, what if Poir and Oolong are in their true states? What if they have an actual true state where they're actually strong? And they're just using this
stronger than
massive.
That
would be interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory. I can definitely see it, especially with considering how the trend of Dragon Ball is going, and it's really it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to say, and especially speaking on that, I wonder. And this is another thing. Do you think? I guess realistically, I'm gonna say realistically because like you had brought up the Gohan and Goku fighting to go blue, or especially before that, you had Android 17 and Krillin fighting Goku, and they had to go blue, and Goku went blue in that point too. And yeah, some people want to try to diverge and say, well, it was just so he can like make them feel like they were, actually strong and worth it. But in my, I guess, eyes and whatnot, I feel as though there should at least be, if you're going to try to bring the Z Fighters up into that style of power, there needs to at least be some sort of at least human transformation or human technique that can bring you to that. Because like we said, in the manga for the Tournament of Power, Master Roshi showed capabilities and signs of like a human having Ultra Instinct, at least the movement base. Yeah. I feel like there needs to be some sort of like level to put them up towards that, even if they don't have the physical output, that they can still hang. Because right now, like you said, it still is just the Saiyan show at this point.
It's been just Saiyans for a long time now.
Yeah,
like they have taken over.
The whole argument with Goku not to, because that's the same argument for Gohan too. People were just saying like Goku was rushed into that form, like they didn't really get an actual fight. Goku was playing around or whatnot. So that's just in Goku's character. Like Goku's known as like the guy to not take stuff seriously.
Yeah.
That's why like Vegeta normally seems stronger than Goku in some cases. Like when he fought Android 19, Vegeta mopped the floor with him. Goku struggled, but that was because Vegeta was had a point. Yeah. And Goku, he wasn't doing that, so that caused him to get the heart virus. And, start messing up.
It's not funny, but damn.
Like, wow.
Man got one tap to heart virus.
It's just that Goku's
bro. Goku gets one tapped by heart viruses and lasers. Because this man got caught off guard in the Resurrection
F. This man can't even take a needle, bro. Like
exactly.
That filler episode when he had, bro. I'm like, come on, Goku.
Oh yeah, with
it was a nurse. Yeah.
Too. It was the whole thing in GT with like Chi-Chi in a nurse outfit, and she had this big needle. It was like Goku. I forgot who the villain was, but it was like some game master. He was like putting people into these like games or whatever, and like it just showed your fears, basically like what you fear most. And it was basically Chi-Chi in a nursing outfit, and she had a needle. And she was like, "Come here, Goku. I'm going to stab you with the needle." So
the strongest Saiyan
became. Goku's just running away from the needle.
Crazy.
You have this OP powerhouse, this strongest dude on Earth, most likely, running from needles and losing to like miniature laser beams.
Multiple times.
Like, it's just you can't really see that. It makes it seem satirical in a way, like it's satire.
That's true. That's true. And when it comes to bringing up GT, something else that I feel like should happen personally is that we bring not a reboot of GT. I'm not saying that as in like a bogus, but I'm saying I feel like they should bring in Super Saiyan 4. Now hear me out. This is the way I feel like they can bring in Super Saiyan 4. Because at first they were saying, Goku and Vegeta don't have their tails. It's not saying that Goku and Vegeta needs to be the ones to have it, because they've already foreshadowed in the Tournament of Power when it came to Vegeta and Cabba that Vegeta wants to go over to Cabba's planet to meet their Saiyan King. Yeah. You can bring Super Saiyan 4 into that aspect, and you can have it being either this like super rare form per se.
So like legendary Super Saiyan for example.
Exactly. You can have it where it's like, okay, only the universe 6 Saiyans are able to achieve this form, or they were able to achieve it in either some sort of way that whether you want to say it's I wouldn't say it should be comparable to like UI or UE or anything, but I'm saying it should still be one of those like, oh my gosh, like this is their trump card. Like Universe 6 has it where, all right, they can master these god forms, but they have this specific Saiyan form that puts them at this higher level. And that's why I think they should possibly go about that. What do you think about it?
Now, if they do try to incorporate Super Saiyan 4, that would be awesome. That would be great. But how would they incorporate it? Like how so?
Like I said, Vegeta and Goku.
No,
Mostly just Vegeta though.
In yeah, because in GT, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Vegeta taken over by Baby and they had to?
They did it for
him
Vegeta, but Goku had a Super
machine?
Saiyan 4.
Yeah, but Vegeta had to be turned into a Super Saiyan 4, right? With the
Yeah,
machine,
when Baby,
right?
when he was controlled by
Yeah.
Baby.
Where they basically forced him into the Great Ape state.
Yeah, so
and, turned him miniaturized him down to Super Saiyan 4.
So would you still have a Great Ape state?
I feel like
Super
you
Saiyan
still
4?
should, just so you could at least, even if you want to write it differently for like the Universe 6 Saiyans, I feel like there's still that paying homage at some point. You have to like at least incorporate some aspects of it, so that way, like they explained Broly's legendary Super Saiyan form as in it's almost like a pseudo Ozaru state, like Ozaru state in like his more so like humanoid form, which makes a lot of sense at that point. That's how they was able to explain him being as strong as he is. I feel like they would probably explain it at some point, saying, this is how it is, by still having GT references. Probably not like verbatim GT, but some GT style references.
Yeah.
'Cause at that point, that'd be wild. Do y'all think any GT villains should return?
Who did y'all like?
I don't think many could return. I feel like since 17's good now.
Yeah,
17
he
is
good.
crossed off the
Oh yeah,
list.
Super
That
17
boy
is
was a
not
menace.
happening.
He's not coming back.
He killed Krillin, bro. I'm like, dude.
I don't think it makes sense for Baby to come back.
No,
Because
no.
Baby's whole motive was to be like, oh, I want revenge on the Saiyans for taking over my planet type thing. Like, that doesn't really make sense with like
What about
what's going on.
Omega Shinron?
I was thinking,
Now,
Or is
that
it
is
just
a
Omega?
possibility. Shinron can come back, given that his whole prerogative was like started from Dragon Ball, where they started making stupid wishes.
Yeah.
And then these Shinron started to develop from those stupid wishes. So it's a possibility that Shinron could make an appearance back. But the thing is, with
that version of Shinron or the other ones as well? Because there's multiple ones, right?
yeah, there's Eos, Nova,
Yeah.
Oshis. I think Oshis is one of them, and Omega. I feel like there's another one. There's like a big one. Like I don't know. He's like a.
Didn't he like turn
played
good?
Underground. Like he was like the type to dig underground and like.
Oh,
I don't
know.
remember his name.
Yeah.
I remember Oshis. I remember Eos. I remember Nova, and I remember Omega. So, I don't think that they would come back because I don't think it would make sense for them to come back.
So
but
just
like,
Omega then.
maybe just Omega. And
Okay.
the whole thing with forms, I think it needs to become more, the reason why people love Super Saiyan 4 so much is because it was different.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan 1 and 2
yeah.
was essentially the same form.
Yeah.
Super
just a
Saiyan
different
3,
hair.
freaking-
It was hair and
Off
in the
lightning,
lightning.
I'm like, all right,
just
bro.
more spiked out,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, more spiked out. And then Super Saiyan 3 was just longer hair, no eyebrows. Super Saiyan God is just a recolor of like Goku's base form hair.
That's what I want to. All right.
That's what I've
So,
told
like,
people. I've told
I'm
people
saying
that too. It was
It's
like,
just like these hairs just have different
different
hair
hue,
dye colors.
right?
Like,
Hues and colors.
Do you guys like that? Like how first Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, it was blonde hair, and then they had God Super Saiyan where it's just red.
I feel
Do you
like
guys agree with the hair color changes or not really?
I'm not really upset about the hair color changes. I'm just upset about how fast they happen. Because like I said, you can't have it where one arc Goku is getting God and then the direct next arc it's blue. Like it makes basically that previous form
Not seem as
like obsolete. Like think about how many times since since Battle of Gods that Goku's went Super Saiyan got red hair.
one time.
Like
One time. Against Dispo.
like we've never seen him.
he
like
went
that.
against
No,
Dispo and
against
then
Dispo.
and he went
Oh,
once against
yeah.
Broly.
His motive, because what he said with Dispo is because it was like, I guess Super Saiyan Blue was too draining for him to fight Dispo, so he had more of an advantage in God. So I can kind of see. I think God may be like considered like no use of it when he becomes more mastered of like Blue, which is kind of insane because he has all these other forms. So that's why I was thinking with God, he just has more of a mastery over it. which means he can maintain that form a little bit longer.
Hmm.
So that doesn't really make sense with me because like you have like 5 newer forms and you don't even have mastery over blue.
It's basically like it's like you kind of you transformation to nerf yourself. Like that makes no sense. Like you just sitting there like, okay,
like,
sure.
It's like going that beefy form that like saves like
Trunks.
Oh yeah,
Trunks where
Trunks and
Trunks have the audacity.
Super Vegeta, bro.
Yeah,
Trunks have the audacity to go super beefed up and say, "All right, Vegeta, go into your Super Saiyan 2."
I'm about to clown you, son.
I say, bro, you know how many years has passed? like you tripping?
You still using that form? Okay.
Listen, Khalifa did the same thing too.
Oh, she did.
She thought it was just a big power boost, and Goku was like, "Why are you doing that?"
Frost did it as well, and then got one tap of Frieza. Nah, that's just crazy.
He wasn't even black then.
And then they even like added like iteration of these forms. Like they added like full power Super Saiyan, false Super Saiyan. Well, false Super Saiyan obviously isn't canon.
Oh yeah.
But Master Super Saiyan, like it's all these iterations of it, which doesn't make sense because I think all Master Super Saiyan was just no aura, just blonde hair. So I think that's kind of dumb as well, but I kind of saw where they were going. It's not like they're going to do the same thing with like the other forms where, blue has their mastered state. Well, all they did with blue was they added more to it, which is evolution, which is that dark blue hair that Vegeta got. We've never seen Goku get it because Goku's alternative for evolution was Kaioken. So
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought that when I was watching the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie and Vegeta was turning Super Saiyan, I thought that he was gonna turn green for like a moment.
Oh yeah, because how the animation was, we went green for a second and
like,
he immediately went gold.
Yeah, Goku did the same thing with like Ultra Instinct too, where you have that silver aura pop up too.
I'm
People was like, oh shit, is he on Ultra Instinct? Like, what's going on?
That's true.
I was like, huh.
And if we're also just talking about, since we brought up villains and everything, and considering how the granola arc was shifting at the end, I also think that if you also wanted to bring up Super Saiyan 4, you could revive Raditz. Now, it'll be a really, really wild thing, is considering, you had Bardock basically sit back and say, hey, I just pray and wish that both of my sons are okay and have this great future. It'll be wild. It's a really wild reach. But at the same point, I believe doesn't Raditz still have his tail? He died with his tail?
Yeah, he does. Man, I think it would make more sense to bring Bardock back than Raditz.
I would bring him back.
It's clear that Raditz died. Piccolo shot him in the chest. Like,
okay, man, Frieza got dismembered and he got brought back.
Okay, yeah, but
Frieza was like revived. Like he actually had a revival. I'm thinking you're talking about like, oh, Raditz magically survived.
I'm talking about being wished back to life.
I don't see why they would do that because the only times they brought Frieza back to life, or the only time they did, was when he was useful because they thought he was useful. Now I don't think they would do that for any of the old Gen names because they're weak. They're way
behind.
Yeah,
they're strong, but like. So, they're gonna get one tap probably.
Yeah, exactly. So
Raditz, hey, no, what's this thing? Sunday something? No, get out of here! The double Sunday, nah, right?
Oh yeah, his move double Sunday which paralyzes you for a little bit. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it makes sense for them to bring back any of the old Saiyans because they're not useful.
There's no point of them.
But it would make sense if they were to like say, oh, hey, I'm still alive. Like,
Vegeta's brother still is out there. Vegeta's brother's still out there.
That's horrible.
What's his name?
It's horrible. I think it's horrible only came because him and his wife has to.
They had mentioned it. Right? They mentioned it in Broly movie, like right when they had heard that Planet Vegeta had blew up. Raditz Raditz asked like, "Isn't your brother still out there?" Or something like that. Like he said, right? He got. Is mentioned. It's just that he's just kind of just there.
He cool, he got a wife, bro. He cool.
Now another villain I would love to see back, mostly because my favorite Dragon Ball like transformation and everything is Gogeta. I love to see Janemba come back. I wouldn't mind Janemba coming back.
That is a possibility, given how Janemba was born. I think it was like negative emotions or whatnot. I think it was. He just fed off of them. Yeah. And he just became like this big baby or whatever.
And then considering when it comes to Ultra Instinct and everything, I feel like that will be a very, very interesting fight considering how Janemba can like disassemble himself and everything. So it's like every time he disassembles and tries to attack Goku, it'll really just be like a dodge. It'll make for a very, very interesting fight in that aspect.
Yeah, most definitely.
The movie's power scaling is so like sketchy. You got people over here talking about like Super Saiyan Vegeta from the Fusion Reborn movie is stronger than Blue Goku. Like,
no, that's
okay.
That's
it's
why.
based off of like feats and everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like the whole dimension thing with Janemba. Oh, Vegeta's able to react to like some reality warper. So like that makes Vegeta infinitely stronger than like a
But as soon as they get,
doesn't make sense to me. So it's just like
this man was burning his body.
That's true.
He was burning his body. He didn't have a body. He said, damn.
Now the main, we already know as Dragon Ball fans, we already know Toriyama don't like him, but I also think Vegeta needs to win. Like considering how Black Frieza is really the overarching villain right now. And before I get into the Vegeta like getting a win aspect of it, I really want to have.
I actually kind of want you to go into that because Vegeta's won all of his fights with Goku. So Vegeta has gotten a win. Are you talking about essentially in a win? Like,
win versus a like the overarching villain more per se.
Okay.
Like I need like considering we thought, especially in Resurrection F, we thought, oh, you know, he's about to be the one to take out Frieza and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He didn't. Basically, Frieza blew up the Earth, had a rewind, and Goku came in and finished it off. Yeah. I feel like, especially with how the story with Frieza and Vegeta is, I feel like Vegeta really needs to be this. I get the final like death blow at the end of it. Is it even if with the trend of how he's constantly losing? I feel like he definitely needs that end.
So with Vegeta, I think the only win he's actually gotten, or like that we've seen him like boast about, was when he fought Goku in the fighters movie. Not fighters.
Superhero movie.
Yeah,
you thinking about the game? You ready for Budokai 4, ain't you?
Ready? Yo, we all ready.
I'm pretty sure we're all ready for Budokai 4. The hype was, man. I don't want to go off a tangent here.
Nah, but we understand.
But like the whole convention, I saw the whole thing and just.
Everybody. It was.
They were like,
oh.
That's. I feel like that's in. I feel like that's good. That's a topic for a whole nother episode. But I definitely feel like Budokai will probably, if the game comes out with the hype, as much hype as it is, and the hype is like equal to the game quality, Budokai is definitely wouldn't fight game of the year.
Somewhere near release.
Yes, somewhere near release. Cause I definitely want to. Well, probably not Budokai release fully, but I definitely want to do a topic based on
the game.
Yeah, all the fighting games that we hear. Because this year seems like the year of the fighting game.
For sure.
But when it comes to at least Dragon Ball aspect and Black Frieza, I see this a lot online, and we might end it with this type of subject unless we can think about something else. Mm-hmm. Do y'all think that either Frieza will kill Beerus, or do we think that we'll actually see a full power Beerus? Because I see multiple rumor stories that Black Frieza is stronger than Beerus, he's gonna kill Beerus, or Black Frieza is gonna at least push Beerus to actually going all out. And I'm like, and considering Beerus has used Ultra Instinct, but he's also taught Vegeta Ultra Ego. Yeah, we see the fan animations of him having both at the same time, but
so the thing with Beerus, like, I think Beerus has always never shown his full power. I don't even think currently Black Frieza can hold Beerus, because I feel like if he could, he'd just go and kill Beerus right now, given all the stuff that Beerus is putting him through. So I feel like if he could, he'd just go kill him. But I feel like he still feels he's behind. So how Beerus works right now, or like how his scaling is working currently, is him, like the big thing that people talk about is when he fights all the gods of destruction, or when he fights most of them, and he's able to fend off against he's dodging their attacks, he's attacking back, and then when he gets to Rutella, that's when they start to swap. That's when they start going at it. Mm-hmm. So here's a possibility here. I think right now Frieza's no stronger than maybe equal to Vegeta, possibly. Maybe to go hands with full power Vegeta.
That's a really interesting take.
Vegeta.
I thought you was gonna talk about the weaker God of Destruction, the one that actually tried to send the Hakai towards Frieza, and before the Tournament of Power started. I thought you was gonna.
Belmont that did that. I thought Belmont was considered weaker,
but No, I do remember though. I was just talking about.
No, the one with the big old red beard. That's him, Belmont.
No,
He's like the
Clown?
no, not the
No,
clown. No,
no,
he has
the
like this
clown.
big old red
Yeah,
beard,
the
green
Viking.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah.
Viking.
yeah. He's the one that sent it.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure, but the whole thing with me saying like Black Frieza may be equal to Vegito is because the whole one-tapping thing. Like he just one-tap Goku and Vegeta, and how does the power work? Though it combines the two's powers and whatnot, it also I think there's a multiplier to it as well.
Yeah,
right? They multiply
I
their
agree
power
with
a little bit. So I think Frieza may be equal to Vegeta in a sense. Maybe not full power Vegeta. I'll take that back. But maybe like a Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Given how strong Vegeta's over, Kane. I think the only time we actually saw him was the
Wait, who?
Goku Black Art.
Yeah.
The Goku Black Art. That was the last time. But Goku and Vegeta have gotten so strong
Yeah.
throughout, the upcoming arcs and whatnot. So, I think maybe Super Saiyan 1 and 2. But I don't think they're more likely to fuse on Frieza. I don't think Frieza would give them a chance. So I would think, how would they defeat Black Frieza? I don't think it's going to be Beerus. Can't be Whis, because we saw what happens when Angel gets involved.
Yeah, with mirrors.
Yeah, they get erased.
It'll have to probably be
Broly.
yeah,
Or Gohan.
I think
I feel like I have to take all four of them,
Super Gohan Beast.
and maybe technically 5. You want to count Granola if he's still alive by that point.
Clearly, Gas is dead.
Yeah, Gas is
Yeah,
dead.
nah,
I heard somebody
he gone,
tried to
he
sit there
gone.
and say, "No, Gas didn't
No, he
really die."
alive.
I'm like,
Like,
did
he's
you
alright,
not
bro.
see what Frieza did? But no,
Yeah, I said that.
that's
I said that.
but no, like I said, I feel like you have to take a combined effort of like all 5 of them, and that'll even be a really crazy style fight. And since we brought up Broly, and who could bring it up, I think this would definitely be, I guess, where we per se ended. Last 2 things I'm thinking of. One, do you think we're not thinking about Gohan Beast? Don't even play with me, Reese. Do you think that Broly's gonna end up getting some sort of god form, considering he's training on there?
I feel like any form for Broly is substantial because Broly has even the non-canon Broly's every form he's got has been so far ahead of Goku and Vegeta. Like when he got Super Saiyan 4, he was pummeling.
Yeah, that made no sense. That made no sense to give him that. Like I got it, like based on just like this is super cool. Just give it to him. For fans. No, it made no sense considering his power. His power scaling is just almost infinite.
He's always been above Goku and Vegeta when they get the form. Like he even got Super Saiyan 3 at a point where his Super Saiyan 3 form, Goku couldn't even hold a candle to it. Broly has always had this narrative where whatever form he gets that's similar to Goku and Vegeta's, it's more powerful. It's more it's stronger because given obviously it's gonna be stronger. Broly in his base form was fighting Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan God Vegeta, or it might have been his Ozaru Saiyan. But regardless, his base power is so strong that it takes 2 powerhouses, Super Saiyan 1 and 2. That alone kind of shows how far ahead he is. And there's also another thing I kind of wanted to talk about, keeping it quick, was I think the whole thing is Broly getting control of his power. The whole thing with Kale, where she would go berserk, but when she got control of her power, she was considered stronger than she was when she went berserk. I think that's the whole thing with Broly, where they're trying to get him to master his power, and maybe he can get some potential new form. And if he gets that form, I just say he can just go beat up Black Frieza.
Yeah.
Just in his mech career, right there.
Just given how strong he is, given how strong we've seen him. So.
Last but not least, do y'all think? And I feel like this is also going back into transformation. Do y'all feel that Ultra Instinct is truly the final form for Goku?
No, I don't think it is.
I'll let you go more in depth to that, Reese. I've been talking whole.
Yeah, Tyler the programmer.
Tyler the programmer, bro. All right. Nah, but I don't think there is though. I don't think there is.
Okay, go more in depth on that.
Yeah, why do you say? No, because to me, I feel like Master Ultra Instinct should be, but considering how the granola arc went, and they're saying, oh, with him being inside, he's able, or him like learning really how to master it, he's able to apply those same movements and everything into Super Saiyan, which I'm like, okay, that's kind of like, they're trying to pseudo say that he can add Ultra Instinct to his Super Saiyan forms, and I'm like, I really don't know how to feel about that one.
I don't think that makes sense at all.
Yeah, I don't
Wasn't that supposed to be the thing with like God, Super Saiyan God? It was supposed to be like Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan was the Super Saiyan version of God. Like, the whole thing just throws me.
It didn't make that much sense.
It's just like, so what? He's combining Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan with God Ki. Like,
what would that make? It
makes broken.
I mean, bro, what? Come on. Nah. I mean, but now that you put it that way, well, maybe that could be his final transformation. But also, I don't know though.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
People consider UI as a form, given like it can be used.
I feel like it's a state of being. Yeah, like I feel like God is a state of being as well.
Yeah.
Kaioken, even though Kaioken Super Saiyan is not canon, but like we know Kaioken is not like a form per se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Where he could like, if he could handle it, he could put on just something else. Like we saw him do with Blue. He's able to put Blue. It's gonna be kind of insane.
Man, he had a 1 in 99%, 1 in 99 chance, and then still.
Ultra Instinct? Nah.
No, that's what I'm
if
saying.
He put,
that's absurd.
That would be
wild.
That should theoretically kill him.
Kaioken on top of God Ki, on top of UI, on top of like Super, like it doesn't make sense.
You at that point go into like fan made territory.
It's like playing Final Fantasy.
You look. I ain't gonna lie to you. If at that point, if you gonna give Goku all of that in one, you might as well just go ahead, get back on Google Images and look up Super Saiyan 100. Like you might as
Super Saiyan 1000.
Goku flying, hair everywhere,
like
the little Infinity
like all white too, bro. Come on.
Infinity logo. Like man,
the red eyes and all that,
and the tail back too. Nah.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 5. Yeah, silver hair, Super Saiyan 4 body with the tail and everything. It really was.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, that was raw. That was a raw
That's
state.
what made Super Saiyan 4 such a known form because it's so different from what we're used to seeing. So,
and just for everybody, like I say, if everybody else that's listening to know, we don't hate, especially me. I know I was ranting some, especially on that Gohan Beast. We don't hate Dragon Ball. We just know that Dragon Ball Z was something that not only influenced us as kids, but it also influenced a lot of how anime is currently. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, I feel like learning, that's funny. Seeing Super Saiyan 100 again is funny. But with that being said, I feel like us having this conversation could not only bring Dragon Ball back into its glory days, but I also feel like it can help influence other animes to come, considering that Dragon Ball, just like One Piece and an extension Naruto, is still continuing on.
Oh man, we don't even say the name here.
we ain't talking about we ain't talking about that show.
The name shouldn't be said.
Right, the name that the child that should not have been born. like that's
we need
it.
to get into that.
That's it.
Yeah, like, I guess like that would be a whole nother thing where we talk about like the whole, sequels to like
sequels to anime,
like how they're coming out. I think like sequels to like a lot of things are kind of falling off. But
freaking, I don't want to say something.
No. What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I'm saying because it's based off of this anime that was good, but then they made a sequel and it flopped. It was
Seven Deadly Sins.
No, I'm not sure if y'all watched it, but it was The Devil is a part timer.
I didn't see it, but I know what anime you're talking about.
The first season was so good. Second season flopped.
You know the funniest rumor I heard?
What?
They said that One Piece is a prequel to another anime.
Oh, I swear to God, 1,000. Yo, stop playing with me. I don't.
Oh man, I
that's true.
I've heard worse, man. I've heard like Kuroko's Basketball being like the prequel to like I think it's called Dunk. The anime is called Dunk.
I heard
it's like a 1980s anime.
I heard the fan theory that My Hero is a prequel to One Punch Man.
Man,
if that was true, then that would actually make things a lot. That just means that Saitama is the next user of One for All. He just didn't know it.
Thanks for coming, guys.
He said thanks. Yeah, we definitely get into fan theory. But again, thank you, Reese. Thank you, Tyler, for being in this episode. Thank you all for listening. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Let us know. Is there anything else that we missed? Anything you think that Dragon Ball would be very, very good at or could use to be better?